Hey, it's Justisha, the owner of Maha Yoga in Philadelphia. Today we're talking about the back leg and the front leg in asymmetrical poses, especially standing poses like high lunge or triangle pose, and how the alignment of the back leg often affects and maybe prevents good alignment in the front leg. And it's important because the front leg is what we'll tend to see. So we'll see its placement and we'll notice any misalignments there and sometimes miss that the alignment in the front leg is going to depend on the alignment in that hidden back leg. All right, so the tendencies in the back leg in these poses are the thigh bone tends to turn out too much, externally rotating, and the top of the thigh bone tends to move forward in the hip socket. So that back leg turning out too much, the thigh bone pressing forward can prevent alignment of the front leg. So let's look at it in high lunge. Here I have my right foot forward. Just think of a classic high lunge. And what you'll often see is their front foot and or their front knee tends to turn in a little bit too much. And that can be really tough on the knee over time. But to get that front leg lined up, the back leg has to be addressed first. Remember that back leg tends to turn out too much, so I'm going to rotate it internally, spinning the inner thigh towards the sky, and lift the very top of the thigh bone. Kind of feels like sticking my butt out, lift the thigh bone up. That'll set the thigh more back in the pelvis, and then square the hips more to the front. Then I can realign the front knee, track it right over the ankle, and the hips are more square. All right, think too, in a lateral pose like side angle, Parsvakonasana. And think of it this way, my front leg, I have the left leg forward here. You often see something like this where the knee knocks in and the butt kind of sticks out. And that's what we see and that's what we notice, but often hidden is the action of the back leg. That back leg again tends to turn out and the thigh bone often falls forward. So I'm going to line up the back leg first to make sure the foot's parallel to the back of the mat or even turned in slightly, turning the whole leg internally in the hip socket. That'll give me space to set that thigh back. Then I can track the front knee right over the ankle and extend the pose. All right, look at it from this angle. All right, side angle here. When the back leg turns out, you'll see the foot spins off parallel, toes more towards the back of the mat. The thigh bone will come forward in the hip socket. This front knee can fall in. So from the back leg first, line the foot up, turning the leg more in the socket. That'll give you access to tack the top of the thigh back. Then the front knee can track. So remember, we may not tend to see the alignment of the back leg, but it will affect the front leg. So when you notice misalignment in the front leg, attend to your back leg. And in general, turn that thigh bone in more, spinning it internally. And tack the top of the thigh bone back, more towards your back body. Use that to get access to lining the front leg up. Good luck.